Hello and welcome. My name is Sabrina. Welcome to the book club. The book club right now is Rich as Fuck by Amanda Frances. This girl is everything. I love Amanda Frances. She has the vibration of family. She has the frequency of soul family. I instantly, when your body just gets those tingles when you connect with someone that just is in your, like they're in your like soul cluster. I had that feeling when I was gifted this book for my birthday by a friend. I didn't know anything about Amanda Frances, and a friend gifted me this book for my birthday, and when I started reading it, I just had, those chill bumps that you get when you know something is meant for you. She also has her companion book. This is because there's exercises to do. And so this is just a guided companion book. You can get it in the hard copy or a soft copy. I picked hard copy just because that's my preference. And you can get these things on Amazon or her website too, I'm sure. Why am I doing the Amanda Frances book club? Well, I am a huge believer when two or more are gathered in my name, the energy multiplies, amplifies. So what better way to expand, to change, to strengthen your set point than to have a book club and to share with people, right? As we co-create with one another, your frequency, my frequency, the frequency of the book, we are all co-creating, collaborating, and allowing better relationships with money, a better understanding that money is just energy. Any limiting beliefs we have, any scarcity beliefs we have, any doubt we have, we can co-create together to help each other shift and change. And so I'm just a really big believer in sharing and contributing to each other. So I had actually started this book club before, and I accidentally got my YouTube channel deleted. I had over 600 videos, but I accidentally violated one of the rules, so they deleted everything and I wasn't able to recover it. But it is my belief life happens for me. I truly believe life happens for me. So when I woke up and I found out that my YouTube channel was destroyed, I said, okay, Brightstar, here's your opportunity to practice what you believe. And I really did believe it was for me. And it has turned out to be a blessing and a gift, but that's a different topic. So let's get into the book club. How can you get the most out of the book club? My suggestion is get the book. Play along with me. You don't have to have the book. So if you don't have the resources, guess what? You don't even need to get the book, because I'm going to share you my takeaways, my highlights, what really popped for me. And then you'll get that information. But if you want to optimize the best way to get the most nuggets from the situation, I would suggest, if you can, get the book and get a writing journal. If you don't want to buy her companion book, no problem. Just get some typing paper, a regular notebook. That's all you need, and do the work. So I'm going to be telling you what the work is in the book club, so you can really do a deep dive, examine, find out where your limiting beliefs are, where your beliefs are that are holding you back. Are you a millionaire? Are you a self-made millionaire? Are you a self-made multimillionaire? Would you like to be? And if this makes your body feel any sort of way, that's okay, because that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be taking a look at why sometimes money can make a person feel uncomfortable, or maybe it's the exact opposite. Maybe the topic of money makes you feel really giddy and excited. So I was going to do I want to do the foreword first. So the foreword, she talks about that she's a different type of frequency. She's a different type of energy. So I'm going to just read in the very foreword. She says, when your friend and fellow entrepreneur earns $1 million a year doing what she loves on her own terms, you listen to her and you learn from her. And then you share with her to everyone you know. That's what we're doing right now, isn't it? This is why I couldn't be more thrilled that this book is in your hands. So this is a foreword from, who is it? From Cara Alwill, best-selling author, coach, host of Style Your Mind podcast. She says that she recommends approaching this book with an open mind and an open heart. Amanda's philosophies around money are radical, spiritual, and powerful. From understanding that money is unlimited, to healing past beliefs, to clearing so that you can take a quantum leap. I love that word, quantum. You can take a quantum leap into the next most abundant version of yourself. Amanda is not your average expert. So that was the foreword. There's more to that. So get the book and read it. That's from Cara Alwill. So here's the introduction. This is what I wanted to start talking about today. So she's, do you know Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks is a law of attraction teacher. And Abraham Hicks talks and teaches a lot about different processes you can do to get into that alignment so you can receive what it is that's in your heart's desires. And one of the things she talks about is to script, right? So you can write, what it is that you would like to be actualizing to yourself. And she talks about living as if, right? That's what law of attraction teaches. Live as if it's already true. Live as if you already have this thing that you are wanting to summon to yourself. So Amanda, in the beginning of the book, she talks about she was in Texas, and she had figured out a very clever, easy way to get into high-end hotels. And then she would go to the pool at the high-end hotel as if she was a guest. And she surrounded herself with this high-end, decadent luxury experience. Is that great? Would you ever do something like that? If someone challenged you or dared you to go put yourself in that situation, right? So I love these inspired actions, because when you do an action like that, when you do put yourself in that atmosphere, that energy is contagious. So use the energy that you would like to summon unto yourself, intentionally use that to help you feel as if you are a guest. You are able to pay the prices of this high-end hotel. You are able to have this decadent experience. So she talks about being in these hotels and walking around in the pool area. And she says in the introduction, I was open to limitless possibilities. So let me ask you, are you open to limitless possibilities? And the reason I want to ask you that question is because I talk to a lot of people, right? I talk to a lot of people that really, really are interested in having a high-end lifestyle. They're interested in living the life of their dreams. But when you ask them, are you open to unlimited possibilities, limitless possibilities? It's something to look at, right? It's something to look at. So she's talking about her experience in Texas, and she was saying that, she grew up with phrases like, you can't afford it. I was told I can't afford it, a phrase completely extinct in my now vocabulary. So that's going to give you a clue of what this book is going to do. We're going to start looking at some of your words or sayings or thoughts that maybe somebody else has put in your mind, maybe some of the conditioning of you growing up, and maybe you will be extracting, right? Maybe you're going to be extracting some beliefs and words that no longer serve you. And then she said, this brings me to why I snuck into a hotel pool that hot summer day. I knew I was made for opulent environments, so I had made a habit of putting myself in them. I hadn't yet studied vibration or frequency, which we will get into later, but I intuitively knew that if I wanted to create a life for myself where the best of the best was my standard, I had to practice reaching towards it and becoming comfortable with it. Isn't that a great knowing, a great intuition without having even studied the law of attraction? She didn't even understand frequency or vibration, right? Okay, so the next page, she's talking about money. She said, when I came into contact with someone who was either born into or had created financial circumstances that I desired, I paid attention to how they spent, how they spoke, and what they believed. More than anything, I allowed their career, their life, their bank account to be an indicator of a possibility that was available to me, no matter how far out of my reach or vastly different it was than my now lifestyle. So, isn't that great? Like when someone has something you want that you desire for yourself, right? So a lot of times people will just dismiss that. They'll be like, oh, you're 1 in a million. That would never happen for me. Like, oh, well, you're just lucky because you were raised with, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Right? So you can have an attitude, you can feel jealous in a negative way, or you can be, what do you know? How does that belief affect your life? How does that belief affect your career? How does all of this income, how does all of this money, like what do you think about money? What do you know about money? How are you different with money than I am? And everyone can be a learning opportunity, if you would like it to be. So she says, consider the idea that the possibilities for your life, wealth, and abundance are greater than you've ever allowed or imagined. Be willing to open your mind, heart, and understanding to a new way of thinking about conducting yourself with money. Let the stories in this book be an example of what is possible. She talks about money had felt limited. It was easier for other people than it was for her. But she said on the cusp of inspiration, she had a prayer. She wrote the prayer. Here's the prayer. Teach me how to earn and receive money. And I promise to teach women everywhere to do the same. And that was her prayer. And she was sincere. And then she says, then the journey really began. She said, a journey of releasing my limited ideas, perceptions about money, healing my past experiences and relationship with money. I formed new patterns, dynamics that I operated in concerning money. I created new ways of conducting myself with money that would support me and my desires. Simply put, I became a wealthy woman, teaching everything I know to hundreds and thousands of women worldwide, fulfilling the promise of the prayer that I made at that pool that day. Oh, is it so good? Like, this book club is so good. You are going to feel so high. She says, I am an entrepreneur, business mentor, thought leader on the subject of financial power for women. I am the sole owner of a multi-million, little slip of a word there, multi-million-dollar coaching and online education company with users in 99 countries and clients in 85 countries. I am here to change your life, she says. Notice what works for you. Notice what resonates. Notice what gets you excited, as well as notice what irritates you about it. Because irritation is just as valuable as gooey excitement, right? Because there's information in all the emotions. Every emotion your body is experiencing has information for you, has data for you, and you can use that data to assist and to help and support you. But if you don't look at it, then you can't use it, right? So if you're feeling irritated and you don't look at, well, why does this like really annoy me right now? Then how are you, then you don't have the opportunity to use that irritation to assist you to find out why. Why is it irritating you? So she talks about trust yourself, trust the process, and believe. You've got this. She says, I love you and I'm happy that you are here. So I just want to tell you some of the reasons why I like Amanda Frances. There's so many to share, but as a person who has been in a cult myself, she was in a cult too, I discovered after I fell in love with her. But as a person who's been in a cult, as a person who has given my authority over, who has given my power over to people, I now am so protective of my sovereignty. I know my sovereignty or my power or my source comes from within. And so many people, like so often when you find a guru, a mentor, somebody that you put on a pedestal, if you put them on a pedestal and you start doing everything they say and do, like again, you're just gifting your power away. So I am like super mindful that my power belongs to me. And I'm really attracted to other people, teachers, that inspire me, that encourages me to know what I know what's true for me. So I like how she is so, even though she could like have followers, well, she does, there's a lot of people that really like her because she's amazing, but she doesn't try to have that guru, like follow me, like, you know, she doesn't try to have that club where like she's telling people what to do and how to do it. She's really about trust you. And I love that. And I believe, because we customize our own relationship with money. My relationship with money is completely different than your relationship with money, right? Mine is going to be based on who I am, based on my stories, based on how I think, based on, you know, what is really easy for me to navigate, what is challenging for me to navigate. So my journey with money is customized by me, and my relationship with money is between me and money, right? Like no two people can copycat. There can be clues, there can be formulas, there can be strategies to help, to support, to strengthen your relationship with money, but your relationship with money is going to be between you and you. So trust you. So that's where we are for today, for the first one, the introduction, and then we'll come back and we'll look at chapter 1, the energy of money. Thanks for listening.